It's 44 degrees and it's nice and rainy outside. But no one cares about that. It's not about the rain. It's what the rain represents. Life was always giving you a test. Trying to give you a way out. Trying to give you an excuse not to show up.
People have this reoccurring nightmare that there's some thing, some force that's got a hold of them and it's holding them down and they can't break free. No matter what they do, they can't break free from that force. Well, I'm here to tell you that that thing in your nightmare, that thing that's holding you back, that thing that's dragging you down, that thing is you.
Go out there and start fucking walking. Put some shoes on, start running. Go to the gym. Do the elliptical trainer. It's not rocket science. A lot of folks talk about overtraining. You gotta train first before you can overtrain. Sometimes you wake up in the morning time and you're sore and you feel like you're overtrained. No, you got sore fucking legs. Get out of your own head and stop overthinking it. Stay hard.
I don't care how small it is. I don't care how minuscule the movement is, but make movement. Move forward and do that every single day, no matter what. Including today. You aren't getting any closer to your 5-year plan or your 3-year plan or your 7-year plan or any plan that you've got unless you get up and start getting after it today.
This is my excuse today. But guess what? You gotta have the mentality to show up every fucking day of your life. No matter what life throws at you. It's our responsibility to show up to the Coliseum of life. Prepare for fucking battle. I don't care what you're going through, what life's throwing at you. It's your responsibility to find your new 100%. Take it upon yourself to do that. Stay hard.
Those days that you don't want to do anything, you're too tired, too sore, you just don't feel like it, those days, those are the days that count. When you have those feelings, it's even more important to step up and get some. If you've got something to do, don't put it off till tomorrow. Don't do that. Don't voluntarily do anything tomorrow that you should be getting done today. Get it done today. Don't wait. Attack it, destroy it, and move on.
We all have two people. We all have two people. And I'm not saying you're crazy. We have the easy voice, which is that 20% telling yourself that I'm easy at 90% of my full potential, maybe 100% at that 20%. That's that voice that we all love. This other voice that we walk very far away from is the voice saying, hey man, you ain't doing shit. So we try to get this voice out of our head completely. And we live over here in this land. So what you have to do first is turn up this voice over here. The voice saying things to you that aren't nice. That it's in our head saying, you know what, man? Dude, you're not doing shit. And it's not putting yourself down. People take this the wrong way in this new society. I'm not saying to put yourself down. I'm saying listen to the truth. And the truth isn't in the 20%. The truth is in this other part of your brain saying, look, man, you're wasting a bunch of percentage here. We have 80 more percent that we're not tapping into because in this other 80% is suffering, pain, failure, self-doubt, darkness, and then a whole bunch of light.
So easy. So easy to put things off. So easy to say, you're going to do it tomorrow. Well, I want you to reprogram your brain and tell yourself that tomorrow is not a viable option. Tomorrow doesn't work. You do it today. You get it done today. That's what you do. Go get some.
All right, guys, let's go get some. All right. Also, another thing, I know that we have had a speaker issue as well. Just to address it, we're going to fix the speaker issue here by next year. All right. All right, cool. All right, another thing I want to tell you is that one thing we want to go over is we have a lot of stuff to cover tonight. This is going to be this is Sunday, Wednesday. Wednesday will be the last one of the year. So I just want to make you very aware that I'm going to go over some things tonight that are really going to make a huge difference to you. Plus, another thing is that we've had a lot of stuff offered. Now a lot of our students now are coming out with a lot of the product and stuff. So one thing I want you to understand is that what we have, what the students come out with, they've actually made a huge difference in what they're doing, and also for you guys, because we have a lot of stuff made for you, and on top of that, that you'll be able to see what it is, what it does for you, and also we're going to have now some of the students come out and talk about their experiences.
The figure I'm drawing on my screen right now is the key to creating an income online. You're going to also hear a lot of people really get really raw. They're going to be not only, like I say, 100, but they're going to tell you the fact is some of you just need to shut up and just do what needs to be done. They're going to be real raw. This is not going to just be live. It's not going to be like, well, made up.
Pretty excited about this one. This is a special live Q&A.
Anything that comes out, it's going to come out. And the reason why is because I really don't have our crew. We don't mess around. In other words, if you're not where you're at, it's only because it's your choice, not ours. You don't want to move. You want to do everything self-controlled. You want to know ABC. There's nothing wrong with knowing ABC, but the best way to learn is to get in the battlefield. See, a lot of you want to do building your business credit. You want to build your business credit by being in the bleachers and not getting on the court and getting hit and messing up. Every one of my students will always tell you they messed something up in the business, and when they first mess it up, because they messed it up because they didn't follow directions. The next thing is when they don't mess it up, when they do mess it up,
I can help you guys out learn it.
They know why they messed it up.
So
they just take care of it.
About wholesaling real estate.
Messed it up means anything.
It's always an exciting one for me. And
maybe they missed the payment accidentally, and they can't convince the lender what to do.
So, guys,
they know automatically now what to do, how to move things around and get it done.
On StreamYard.
All right. On top of that, that's what the coaching does.
Remember, guys,
the coaching shows you when you do something.
Smash that like button and
I don't
subscribe.
Care. Any of you.
Helps YouTube algorithm.
See,
and helps
you guys look at Bezos, Walmart, even Steve Jobs before his passing. Here's another thing about Steve Jobs.
Ready to go? Let's get jacked up.
Let's
get out of bed. A lot of you guys are out here in the morning.
And read his last quotes before he passed on on his deathbed. Read it and weep. Watch, there's a lot of good stuff on there
if you guys
that he
want,
says.
Guys,
a lot of you will realize
that
you don't need half the stuff that you're doing inside of.
Do me one big
favor
and smash that like
a
button.
lot of you trying to dominate, manipulate, and control. That's just not going to work to build business credit. That's why we're just kind of like, okay, great, we'll just do one or two things and move on. Because you don't really want to run. You don't want to run. Some of you don't want to run free willy. You just want to just take off. Okay, great. Get what you can get me, and I'll be happy with it. You can do whatever you want with it once you have it. If you don't like it, you don't need it. Then fine. Then don't do it. It's okay. You know, you have it. Then guess what? Then if you have it, you don't need it. Then cool. If you don't want it, then get rid of it. Perfectly fine. Or
you know, kind of. You can either just be.
Should I even tell you the or right now? Or wait to the end of the presentation.
But
presentation will be fast and furious, by the way.
Flip the camera on and talk.
Or should I just wait again to the ending to tell you the or what I just said? What would happen if they get it and they don't want it? Do you give it back? No.
This is always an exciting one for me. And
do you give it back? No. You don't give it back.
So, guys, ask your questions.
But there is something you do with it.
Guys can join on StreamYard. That's the link.
And there's a way to do it.
Remember, guys, do me one big favor and smash that like button and subscribe.
You can end
helps YouTube algorithm and helps us learn wholesaling real estate. So, Merry Christmas, Paul.
Giving it to
guys,
another business.
If you are out here
and there's a way to do it,
you're ready to go.
Now you don't have it on your back anymore.
Let's get out of bed. A lot of you guys are out here in the morning.
See, a lot of you really have. A lot of you do not understand how you can go ahead and have your business work inside of what things are available to you. See, this is what we teach you. If there's a loan you don't like because they're charging you, I don't know, now let's say you're growing, your business is doing really fine. So now what I'm saying to you, if your business is doing really fine, so you know I don't want this kind of high loan. I don't need it. I don't want it. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Nothing in the world is wrong with that. I think that's awesome. I think that's great. I think that's what you should have. All that good stuff. What I'm saying to you there is there's a way to remove it from your whole system to somebody else without losing the line. You say, what? Without losing the line? Yes, without losing the line. Without losing the credit line, okay? Now, with that said, when you eat something salty, I always get thirsty. But anyways, there's a way to move it, and a lot of you moan and oh my God. Well, those of you moan and groan are the beginning people. The ones that now are older realize they don't moan and groan anymore. What they do is, okay, great, what's next, what I got to do next. That's what we do in the class. That's why we have we have the Mastermind $1 Million Club. The Mastermind, why? Because I don't regulate it anymore. They do. If they think someone's a whiner, they just kick them out. Say, come back when you're not going to whine. Because whining means this. Well, I don't think this is really going to work because I've known this before. They don't care what you've known before. I love my students to death because they're brazen. They don't have any fear anymore of what goes on. They know what to do or where to go to get the answer. When I go into the room, I listen to what they're saying. Listen to some things, how they say it, what they say it, how the words they use, and then I begin to articulate some of the things where I can hear the traps in the language, linguistically wise, that sets up your brain to go ahead and not go ahead, allow an opening. But a lot of you, they'll tell you, let go of the past. If not, get out of the room. Whatever happened yesterday, it's done, it's over. If you're so worried about the past, give up your life, put yourself in a coffin box, have people throw dirt on you, put daisies on top of you, and you'll be done. That's it. You're just like a walking zombie, like the Walking Dead. That's it. Someone needs to go ahead and knock you in the noggin to wake you up. And sometimes all that is shock and awe. Shock and awe. Believe me, there's nothing that you cannot do or accomplish when you get out of your way of your everyday, every way thinking. I guarantee you this, none of you have asked this question. What's present in the moment, which will make a difference in now for my future? And that's a very simple question, but it's a very powerful statement when you become present to it. You know what I mean by present? I don't mean, see, a lot of you listen to me, you're not even hearing what I'm saying. You hear the words, you hear the language, but you're not really comprehending what's being said. For those of you who have high IQs, you miss a lot of it because you won't slow down your brain to hear it. And then you think you understand it. There's a difference between understanding and experience. See, all I can do is give you the language of it. I can never, ever give you the experience. I can tell you my experience. I can have the other students tell you their experience. But all I can do is address each and every one of your experience, which means this. Some of you out there have been in almost car accidents. Almost. Whatever was coming at you, you had to swerve, you turn, whatever it is, and you don't know how you did it, whatever. Then all of it seems like life slows down. See, that's being present. See, actually, that's how time really rolls. It's really that slow. When things slow up, that's how present in the moment that you are. That is the most powerful place to live from. But a lot of you live in, you drive looking at the rear view mirror, and you have a lot of accidents because you're always in the past. You're never in the present moment, even to have a future that's designed not from the past. Your whole future, I promise you, if you sit down with someone that doesn't know you, and that could be a paid therapist, whatever you want to call it, or someone, a paid coach. That's what it's about. We're paid coaches. We know nothing about you. So any garbage you spit out, and it is garbage. But I get sometimes you need to be heard so you can actually be gotten. So once you're gotten, then we can empty the trash can. Once we empty the trash can, then you can be present enough in the moment to actually move and go somewhere. That's the only reason why everyone, you want to say Bezos is awesome? No, he's not. He just got smart enough to realize he wasn't enough in the present moment to see and design what he was looking for. And then once he actually got in tune with it, he began to figure out, boom. It's like all of us. We all have those moments, like the ha moments, or when you driving down, you said, almost getting that accident. Whoa. But it seems like things slow down in frames. See, that's actually how present. When you're that present in life, you can move anything you want. But those of you who are building your business credit, stop yourself from that. And the group that I have, that people will be coming, starting, like I said, next Wednesday, start talking about what they went through, what they're exposed to, is that it's not just about building business credit. It's about building your business all the way across and letting go. Let it go. Let the system work. Let them do the work. They know what they're doing. We know what we're doing. And everyone will tell you, they've all given us a power of attorney to act on behalf of the business and do everything about the loans and get them out of the way. How unregular and how untraditional they are, they got it done. Boom. But a lot of you want to go ahead and try to dominate, control, and manipulate. That is not, you're going to be at the slow road to China. You really will. You're damaging yourself when actually we could get 5 or 7 things done within a week to some things without you trying, well, how did it happen? Forget how it happened. Just give us your 6-month bank statement. Give us your 3-month bank statement. Okay, we'll log in, we'll do this. And we do that, and we do this, and we do that. Boom. All right. We tell you at the end of the day what we did then. We did 3 of these, 4 of these, and logged in over here and did these. Boom. Watch out for this. In fact, you won't even answer the phone anymore. Because then we do something else. We have an answering service that answers the phone in behalf of the business, your business. So it's done. Once we're done, then we disconnect it. It's back on you. But here's the thing. We do many things that a lot of people don't do inside of building your business because that's the OG way to get it done. Waiting on you guys to do anything, forget it. And you know what I mean. It's serious. I mean, y'all want something done, but you want the answers at the same time. It's not going to happen. You'll get it done during the classes. And when we get it done, you go, oh, that's how you guys did it? Yeah, that's how we did it. Then you're going to know how to do it. The thing is that if you really, again, I tell people about the American Express card. That is the most challenging card for some people, and it sometimes has to go through a back door by using another business to get the card, so the card can be moved over to your business, just like when you give it to another person. Then it gets all done and over with. Then we wash their hands, it's done. Move on to the next thing. It's simple, it's easy. Sometimes, like I said, American Express, you're blackballed. That's it. That's it. Except, I'm not going to tell you. All right. All right, let's get ready. Let's get going. Here's what I want to do. Before we get rolling, this is exactly what we're end up doing. Yeah, baby. Woo-hoo! This is my song. Before I get on the phone.
Fuck out of bed, bitch, go.
Yeah. This is it. This is the song to get you going before you call on the phone. I don't care what you're doing. Just get on it. Get doing it. Get moving. Get talking. Get dialing. Whatever you have to do. This is the most music I use every time I need to get pumped up.
Get up. Get up.
Yeah, baby. This is it. If you don't like it, too bad. All right. All righty. That's what we do. Let's get moving. All right. For those of you ready to play, let's do it. Let's get this thing going. Mumbo jumbo, humbo. Let's go all in. Mumbo jumbo. All righty, Friday. All righty, Friday. Let's jump. Let's rumble. Let's do this. All right. Cool beans. Next thing you know, Corporate Credit Blueprints. Again, Merry Christmas. Belated Merry Christmas to all of you. Also, another thing, Happy New Year's coming up. All right. Friday is New Year's Eve. Saturday's New Year's Day. And then we'll see you on the awesome Wednesday before, this coming Wednesday in December. And then on the, let's see, the 3rd, which will be a Sunday. All right, cool beans. Let's go on. Let's move. Let's move. Okay. Now, a lot of you, you're only given one Social Security number and one chance to win, where a SS form gives you more chances to try to win, which means this. The SS form gives you an opportunity to go ahead and get a tax ID number. A tax ID number. The tax ID number is one of the most valuable things that you can have. Now, as we go on, we know the IRS, it gets a little weird and a little different, but here's what I want to let you know. You only get one Social Security number. Why not take it? Well, I'm just going to give you, I'm going to give you a little piece of information that will make a difference possibly in your life so that you could go ahead and, those of you right now that have credit that's just so bad that even bad won't even give you any credit, okay? What I want to let you know is this. What I really want to let you know is this. If you don't have any credit or your credit's bad, how about getting a credit card without a Social Security number? What? How about getting a credit card without a Social Security number? Let me tell you one of the places I'm going to tell you. Capital One Platinum Credit Card. What? That's a credit card you can get without the Social Security requirements. Also, another thing, those who might be students, you can get the Capital One College Student Credit Card. Also, another thing is you can get the EDMU MasterCard. You can get the Capital One Quicksilver One Cash Reward Credit Card. You can get Chase Freedom Unlimited. Again, these are the ones that require no Social Security requirement. And if you really have bad, super bad, super bad, you can go for also the Capital One. Again, that's also the Quicksilver one for super bad. Now, that's just some of the things. Now, with people that with no Social Security number, typically it's just all whatever it is. Well, how typically they've done many things. The credit's so bad that the credit number, the Social Security number doesn't want to let you have that number anymore. All right, but it's also possible to build a credit without a Social Security requirements. Well, I'm not going to tell you exactly what the requirements are. That's either for you to investigate, but those of you who sign up with us, we also help you, again, we'll help and assist you in acquiring these cards, all right? And that's why they're included with us, because everybody comes in with all kinds of stuff. Everyone doesn't walk in just with an 800. Some do, but not all of them. And some that come with 800 have been beat up already by other vendors. Hey, they got them in, they suckered them in, now they can't get out of those cards. Every card that we actually have you get inside, like a MasterCard, Visa, all those cards that we get are available eventually to go ahead and be removed if you co-sign for them for the business. If you personally co-sign for the business, became a personal guarantee, there is a way out and there is a fee. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to lie to you. I have never mentioned a whole lot of things about fee, but I'm going to tell you what. They get you in for a fee. You want to get out, it's going to cost you a fee. And if you don't like it, it's too bad. That's just the way it goes. I'm not going to lie to you. You guys want it straight. You want the most beautiful plate. You want the most beautiful credit. Then guess what? The bottom line is that's what's so awesome about building business credit. You can do no PG all the way through if your credit sucks. You can build your personal credit up. Yes, you're going to end up paying along the way for some stuff, and some stuff you don't. When you first get in, I don't care. Come in, learn, get your stuff done. Let's get your thing built up. If you want us to assist you, that'll be a small monthly fee. If you don't want to assist us, you come to the classes we have during the week and learn from there and you can do it yourself. Not a problem. Once you get to another phase to get you out of to certain things, then yes, the fees kick in. It's that simple. Everyone tells you, everyone only talks about the basic. Hey, hey, come and do this. Come and get $150,000. Come and get $1.5 million. Come and do this. Come and do that. Get $350,000 of credit. Go here. Go there. I'm going to tell you, all of them charge a fee to get it. Now we have some students that pay a big amount of fees to go ahead and get it. But then even after that, that does run out. And then there'll be fees on top of the other ones because then we start getting different things and we have to structure different things. That does run out. And when it runs out, is basically, no, when it runs out after you build your divisions and get your tax ID, your phone number, everything that needs to be done to build that up and to build it. And if you don't follow the program, if you ruin it, people get things too fast on the product. Even though they say you don't tell us. This is why that. See, so some people won't tell us, well, I got a tax ID in this division. See, eventually what happens, it does come out. Because when you do the IRS, you can look up. There's a way to look up the company to let you know when the tax ID was given. So we know, and then we know what happens, and we won't touch that particular division unless we know ahead of time, because there's something that we're able to do to make sure things don't happen with that tax ID. Now, reason why I say that, it's like this. If you students that are with us think you know so much and want to do stuff ahead of time, then go ahead and do it. We don't care. It's perfectly fine with us because then we're going to charge you to get out of the mess. I'm being real honest because I've never really talked about charges until now. And some of you don't like it, too bad. And if you think I'm talking to you, I am talking to you. And if you don't like that, too bad. What I'm saying is that follow directions. And this is one thing that every student's going to tell you. They've been through everything I've just saying. In fact, the one student I'm going to tell you, he had to end up paying 4 times. And he'll tell you live what it is. I'm not going to say what the number is. And it's a big number. Put it this way. I promise it's more than any of you spent. I'm going to say it's just almost 6 figures he paid for his mistakes. And finally said, all right, I give up. You do what you got to do. I said, absolutely. And we got it all done like in 60 days because it was crazy. But I'm telling you folks, look it. Don't mess. If it's not broke, don't fix it. It's that simple. You want it done? Cool. You want to do it yourself? That's cool too. But you can't complain if you're involved and you're involved in it. Okay, what do we do now? No. When we do it, we don't have no one talking to us. So we're able to go ahead and just run and go. When we have you on the call, you talk, you say this, you go here, da-da. All right, cool. That's your time. Did we get one done? Hooray. I'd rather take the 2, or some of you have 3 hours. In 3 hours, handle 3 or 4 things that need to be done and have it be approved. At least 80%, or at least 50%, get 2 out of 4. And there's some places some of you could go. And also the other students realize what else they can go ahead and do based on some things that they were taught. So I want to say again, the cards I gave you right now earlier just a few minutes ago are, if you don't, no Social Security requirements whatsoever. Never really mentioned those too much because of the fact is that I don't want to say those for the students, but students say go ahead and give it out. All right, next thing is this. All right. Now another thing is this. You only have one Social Security number, one chance to win. And winning the battle starts with your SS4. You've got to begin to understand, if you would please, tax ID. Debt follows 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 tax ID. One thing you want to begin to learn. I didn't have it on this one. Promise you next Wednesday I'm gonna play Pfizer again. How they use divisions to go ahead and move a criminal action from the main company down to a subdivision they had developed. Now, there's more to it, but it shows you what I've been teaching you. It also shows you that what arena I come from. Now, with that said, we move on to the next thing, and I don't even know what the next thing is. What is the next thing? Who can tell me what the next thing is? All right. The next thing, winning the battle. I will also make you a great CFO. You will be a great CFO. To build your corporate credit is a write-off in the first place. Your corporate credit is a write-off. A lot of you don't understand this. Let's see. What do I have over here I can bring to you and show you today? Oh, here we go. This item right here, okay, the gas, that's a write-off, what I did today. All right, this here, O'Reilly's, is a write-off for the vehicle, all right? All right, here is a Walmart, and the Walmart has, what was this one? Office supplies, what else did we use? Let's see, office supplies, paper, and food for afternoon meeting that we had today, all right? And then we have another Walmart one. Well, this one was for an item that they only accept money orders to pay with. So we did a money order. And then this right here is also another thing that we ordered a part for one of the what do you call it? A swamp cooler for one of the divisions. So now swap the cooler motor. So that's what's done for that one division. But we keep all the receipts. Then the receipt goes you're either going to have a. Now here's another thing. This is the old school way that I used to do it. Now of course I have a person that handles this for me. You get a shoe box. You get 12 shoe boxes. You put 12 dates on 12 months. You can do either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or you can put abbreviations: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. I guess that's when your stops. So September, October, November, December. And then you can put what year in the box. And you can throw all the receipts in there. So when you give it to your accountant or whoever you give it to, they know, okay, this is all for this month, You put them in there. That's kind of wacky, but that's what, if you don't have someone to do it right away for you, you can put it in there, at least you know where they're at. That's it. And you have a shelf with all that in there. It's real simple. That's the old school way we used to do it. Now it's a little different, but if that's all you can do, that's all you can do. Go around and ask the shoebox. I promise you. In fact, I'm going to tell you how we got shoebox. I go like to pay and say, hey, do you have any shoe boxes you're going to throw away? They look at you kind of weird. Well, yeah, why? Can I get 12 of them? And they're kind of like, well, yeah, I mean, we're putting them in the trash. I picked 12. And they said, what do you use those for? I tell them. Those are my expense boxes. For each month of the year. Then I take them over to the bookkeeper. They see me. I take them to the accountant, the bookkeeper, or the CPA. And they go, oh, here he comes. But they say, you know what? At least we know where all the receipts are. Instead of like people trying to figure out in the envelope. No. That's simple. And then it's pretty interesting. But anyways, now I don't do that no more. But that's just something to give you guys. All right? That's definitely the old school way. All right. So let me ask you a question. Why divisions? The SS form is the form that, guess what? It's the form that gives you, guess what? Debt follows what? Debt follows tax ID. Debt follows tax ID. Debt follows tax ID. Debt follows tax ID. Yay, yay, yay. Okay? Now, don't do anything fraudulent. Because I'm not here to be your attorney. I'm not here to be your CPA. I'm not here to be your financial advisor. I'm here to only give you coaching and consulting information, what we use in our business with our business and our students that actually follow what we say, what they've done. And some of them have. Right now, what we've been doing is that they've been loaning money on homes and they've been loaning on private loans. Now, what's so nice about that? They all know, now they actually get to understand what lenders go through. Now, some of you haven't received some things yet. You'll get it probably in January, the necessary paperwork with your first stuff that goes on. But the thing is, what you want to remember is that when you invest money, you want to know where the principal is. You don't care about the interest for the moment. You want to know, okay, my I don't know, let's say $130,000 right here. And let's say this is a foundation, a business building, or a house, or whatever, okay? It's a solid object. Or over here, you have it with Joe Hofendorfer, and Joe Hofendorfer is, a private money. So you know where the principal is with Joe Hofendorfer, all right? So now, Joe Hofendorfer or the house. You always know where your principal is. Now you want to say, okay, great. Where is my interest money for my what? For my what? Principal. Your principal doesn't do anything sitting in your bank account. Your principal works for you when it's over here or over here. Those two things, and those are pretty much the end of it. When I say real estate, it could be in dirt itself, it could be in a building, it could be a home, or whatever the real estate might be. But or Joe Hofendorfer, okay? Now, Joe Hofendorfer has to be, for us, we like to have at least a job over 5 years plus, and also nothing in their checking account that was ever bad, bounced checks or whatever, or bounced cards or all this stuff now, okay? But anyways, now, one thing about this, you know where your principal is. Now you can say, okay, where's my money for working the principal? Your principal will always be here in the real estate, always here in Joe Hofendorfer. All right? So your principal's here. You know where your principal is. So that's cool. Now every month you want to expect your interest that you use for the person that you're charging and what they're paying you with interest and principal. Sometimes it might just be interest because interest. See, this is what a lot of you forget. Oh my God, why is they don't pay on the principal? Well, listen here, knuckleheads. This is where the banks got in trouble. If they would have kept their interest, and I know what happened. See, the banks didn't get in trouble. The banks never made that agreement with the parties that were buying it, whether it be hedge funds, AIG, a China-based company or a Japanese-based company or whatever other based company that was buying it. They never made the agreement that whoever buys the particular note, let's say this is the note, whoever buys this note now it's stuck to the plan because the contract says so. But if the contract allows for sometimes like a holiday, let's say maybe 4th of July, I don't know. But I definitely say Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. At least those 3 times. Those are the 3 months they should accept only interest-only payments. Forget about the principal. Because for sure, people can use those, can make the interest payments. And then back in January, again, they start the new whatever it is. So that's what I'm saying. If they would design it that way, yes, those 3 will go back and extend the loan. I get all that nonsense. Look, if they found a way to go ahead and do back in the 2008-7 when they did it back in 2004 and 5, as they started 2003, 4, and 5, a 327, a 228. They figured that all out, how to go ahead and do it to make the interest jump beyond galore. And they already knew that when the interest rate rose, that they already knew that people would not be able to make the payment, but let's make the loan anyways. See, if a lender was really up to have you succeed, the borrower succeed. The borrower say, you know what? They're going to be late on their payment. Can they make the full payment this month? I don't know. All right, ask them or whatever. Okay, so you call and ask, or you have someone call and ask them, or you have it. One person ask for them. They call and ask. Okay. Hey, can you make the whole payment this month? No, I can't. Let me ask you. The interest payment is, I don't know. Let's say the interest payment is $200. Can you make that? Oh yeah. Cool. Make the interest payment. We're just gonna put the rest in the back. Make interest payment this month, and we're good to go. No worries. We won't. No, it doesn't go against your credit. So what I'm saying is that lenders can do whatever they wish. They're the note holders. But when you move the note around, you can't. See, when the note is with one person, that's why a lot of them like, the one area. The personal loan part of it, and also they like being the number one lender. They're in first place because they can do what they want because it's their note. The note they're not going to sell. Once they sell the note, it's a whole other game. But the note's already designed inside of it what has to happen in case they can't make it. They're allowed 3 times a year. November, December, and January. Then February all the way back to, then they get a reprieve. Here's the beauty about the whole thing. Wouldn't you want to know that your principal's still intact? The house goes up in value. You know they're still going to stay on their job. You know the person's going to, they're going to be grateful, so they're going to make the payment instead of, who would they rather make the payment to? The one that's working with them or the one that's not? Screw them. But you work with them? Oh, really? Yeah, don't worry about it. You take care of this, we're going to report you good. Oh, okay. Over here, the value's going up. The house, when you invested the $135,000, $140,000, you made the investment. This is making your monthly payments from your lines of credit that you paid. Then on top of that, that you're this 130 now each year is going up. Let's say the average has been so far this year is about 14%. So let alone that's pretty good. So you're not losing anything because you know who's making the payment for your money that you put over here. That's OPM that you borrowed. And you borrowed it to make money. All I'm going to say, the students I have are very savvy to this, and they love this particular frame because now most of them have all their stuff lent out, and there's other avenues that have stuff they can do with the note. And we have buyers, investors, hedge funds that like the way it's designed because now they can promise certain things. Anyways, something to talk about a little later. All right. So just give you a rough idea. All right, next thing is this. Why divisions? The divisions allows you to grow. Each division. See, a lot of people that say in real estate, the attorneys in real estate say, get another LLC. Put the properties under the LLC. How many properties under one LLC? So let's say this happens to be an LLC right here with properties. All right? So this LLC with a property. Then it gets 3 new properties to put them underneath the LLC. Now what happens if this LLC gets in trouble? It all hurts the other ones because they're all tied together. They're all tied together. Dangerous. But why I say also why divisions? Because of this. Because here's one thing that we do with this. See, you see there's corporate funding, 60 minutes approvals, funding 72 hours. There's additional benefits. But additional benefits for this particular program, there's something else that's attached to it. But 0% interest, APRs for 12 months, average 9.1%, up to $50K per lender, 27 lenders available, no tax returns, no upfront fees. There is a fee for this particular program. Why? One, the reason why we say this is that this is where now we have corporations designed under this particular program so it can get funding right away so we don't have to mess with your gobbledygook. Some of you aren't ready based on how you have it. Your bank statements are all out of whack. Some of them aren't out of whack. Some of you have banks. I had this one lady. I swear, every other month, like for instance, January she put in like 20,000. February she puts in 1,000. March, probably about 30,000 she'll make. Then April, 1,000. May, she might May last year was 60, and then June was like 2,000. July was 45,000. Like every other month, it drove some lenders crazy because they were saying, "Well, you're not making no money as much." She goes, "What do you mean? I still, at the end of the day, look at my statement. My statement still had a balance left of, 15,000, 12,000. So when you average it all out, still she had, almost like $17,000 average per month, something a little more than that." But I'm laughing because she told him, which makes a lot of sense. Look what I'm left with at the end. Balance carried over. And she's sharp too. She's a cookie. La Valadez. So she said, okay, fine. She got tired of that nonsense. So she purchased one of the existing companies already built, has a 5-6 year history with it, has all the depth, length, everything on the credit report. Everything's clean. It has the ratings on it already, allowable up to $450,000. Also, another person that I call Snow. Snow also has the same thing. These are all ready to go. And then once we get those done within the 72-year period of time after the purchase of it, then we move all that credit around into, guess what? We move them into divisions. We move them into divisions. We move them back into divisions. So now that becomes a subsidiary, and we make the parent the one that's already been working with them. Then we move into another one. Then the corporation they just bought goes underneath the baby child, but the history goes with the baby child once we do everything we have to do with the corporation itself and the acceptance. We have also another person that just came. Oh, not just came. He has another thing. He had a business. Someone in our class had a business in 2011, 10? April of 2010. April of 2010. The same name in a whole other state. And he opened up a new one in another state. And I was talking to him. This is what I was saying. You guys withhold gold nuggets. And he said, well, I do have we're talking about, you know what? Now if you're going to ask him, when are you going to move to another state to do, you said you want to do something in another state. Oh, yeah, because I'm going to do this. He's going to do, he's creating a division, but he wants to do it in another state. And I said, okay, great. This is what we need to do. So anyways, he says, yeah, another thing. And I go, oh, that reminds me. He goes, I have the business of my same company called A blah, 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 LLC. Oh, yeah, we're in the state of blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, okay. I said, since when? So I look it up. Man, it's been in business since April 2010 and still active. I said, haven't you noticed your card being charged the fee? And he goes, well, not really. I haven't really paid. I mean, it was not that much anyways, but everything's up to date. I like that. By the way, that state's a good state. I like that state. And the reason why I like that state is because it does produce, and there's certain things that's not required if you just keep paying the fee. So anyways, now we're able to take that and take the new one company started with. We merged it with the other one. Now all that 11-year history came with this one, even though it just started, now has 11-year history because it's hooked to the parent and the corporation and so on and other stuff, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, there's many things you can do. A lot of you have a lot of gold nuggets up there. Somebody had someone else in the class that's newly signed up told me, well, we were talking in general. And then he said, well, what I also have is, I did business before. And I said, really, how long ago? He says, well, he goes, I think it was 2008. I said, what? He goes, yeah, what was it? And he told me what it was, some widget thing. And I said, did you have a corporation? No, but I just named it. I just did I didn't even file a DBA, but I told the sales permit in the city that I was in, I gave him a name that I would want it. I said, okay, great. Do you have that for me? He faxed it over to me, and sure enough, it has his name, doing business as ABC, Inc., and sales permit. Now he had his other company. Now he's able to take that because he proved he was in business back then. He's able to take all that history and move it under to Dun & Brad, to the new business itself, because he's the one originator over here and he's connected over here. See, there's a lot of ways you can connect those, but no one will even tell you that. That's where you get a lot of power. And it's not lost power. It's not like buying a company that's been around for 1,000 years but has no credit to it. See, the underwriter's going to look at it the same way as a brand new. I don't care. Well, it's nice to have been around for 1,000 years, but where's my history so I can grade it that way? You'll be graded just as a newbie as you just filed the new one. So if you're going to buy a history one, why not buy one that's credit ready, that's ready for funding for $450,000 within 72 hours? Then you make your money back. See, what you invest, you're going to get back. You'll get 10 times back whatever you invest. With us, we tell you, you're going to get 10 times back the money that you invest in the credit, in the not vendor credit or business credit. That's all bonus stuff. I'm talking about MasterCards. It doesn't matter where you get them from. You get them from a gas station. It doesn't matter if it's a 30-day net. Credit, cash credit's cash credit. And a lot of people, oh, well, no, it's not credit lines. It's all the cash credit. You can take the card and get cash from it. Whether it's a 30-day, a 2-week, whatever it is, cash credit's cash credit. You're in it with 10 times the amount of what you invested. So the reason why is because it makes it easier to work with when you have something really ready to go. All right. Now, on top of this, another thing is this. Those of you who have not done anything about your inquiries, make sure you go after the inquiries after 12 months to be safe so they don't cut you off. Some of you know what I mean by that. I'll explain that in another class. Also, another thing, what we provide under building your business and building also under your divisions is that we'll provide. This is what we provide too. Remember, your divisions can apply too for these things. There's a way to do it. Anyways, we'll provide revenue-based business loans, merchant cash loans, startup business loans, personal loans, unsecured business loans, equipment leasing and financing. That is the awesome one. The new SBA regulation loan you can get, the commercial mortgages, which means it could be commercial mortgages for commercial. Okay? Yeah. Hard money fix and flip loans, which I already tell about that. Real estate loans for investment properties, which means commercial property, which means single family house could be commercial, yet it has to be lent under commercial. You can get 80% for your rentals. All right, and then also we do have. I told you we all know about this. I said we have personal credit repair services. I don't really advertise. I'm just giving you what we actually do. If you keep this and remember it, then you'll know what to do. We have business credit builder, which means if you're brand new, we'll build your business. Now, there is a phone number, 855-886-7355, 855-886-7355. All right, so the next thing we want to move on, this is why I say Y divisions, because Y divisions allows you to set up and run a different business type as well as a different location, allows you to separate liability if something goes wrong, allows you to have the time to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Also simple. All right, here's a sample. If a corporation has a multiple properties, if one of your tenants slip and fall, in most cases it can protect all of other properties. Why? Because debt follows the tax ID. There's a way to isolate, incorporate, negotiate, and then not have to BK it. Allows you to build corporate cash and supply credit on all of them, and easy to do. Plus another thing is this. We also, these are your personal cards. Your corporate cards, you have 8 credit cards. You have 9 lines of credit, 8 supply credits, 10 vendor credits, 10 marketing credits, and then lease credit. Now what I mean, you cannot write off your personal credit. Sorry, can't do it unless you understand what a perk package is. This week I had a whole class on the perk package. The perk package is so valuable, important to you. As you start making money, here's the best thing I highly suggest. This is a suggestion, not an attorney suggestion, not a what do you call it? Financial advisor suggestion, not a CPA suggestion. Okay, I have to say this. CPA. She hates it when I say it, but I'm gonna say it. Chicken Pluckers Association. I know it's corny, but oh well. Okay, it just popped in when I said it. But all right, now one thing about your lease credit. Some of you are almost ready for a car lease credit. Now here's when you get a lease credit. A lot of you don't know what to do with it. I'm going to buy a car and lease it. Well, they give you $285,000. Is it really worth? See, here's what I'm saying is that you've got to understand where you're at with your business and what it can carry inside. If you lend money out and it's paying you back, then that's worth it. Lease credit is very meticulous. You can lose it if you don't use it. Maybe you can just buy one car and that's it, and you're going to end up losing the rest. That's okay. Or you can switch cars out every 6 months. Just don't drive within the mile limit and buy the extra, pay the extra monthly fee. So when you turn it back in, there's credit on the car, so they don't whatever they do to you. I did this one time, and I know for a fact. I can tell you this for a fact. I did it on the personal side. I personally guaranteed the lease for the business, which I never tell anybody to do. But I figured something out. I said, well, you know what? Now, I'm not saying I'm the only one who figured it out. I just happened, for me, I never heard it, but I remember reading the contract, and it says it gave me an opportunity to upgrade to pay more monthly on the lease just in case you go over their mileage or the limit, whatever it was. So I picked the maximum. Payment jumped like $200 a month. I'm like, whoa, what'd I do that for? But anyways, glad I did. Because I said, you know what? I'm going to turn this in. I said, come and pick up the car. Well, we can't because you're still in the car. Pick up the car. I picked it up. I had the car for, I think, maybe 8 months, and I was like 4 months shy of my 24 months lease or something like that. So anyways, there was enough credit in there that when they went to sell it, it was a Mercedes convertible, AMG 600. And the thing is that they took it and they sold it, whatever that auction, and there was enough money left over in the machine with the machine, which is the car, that I called in. And I said, how much does it sell for? And it even sold for. I even got extra money back. It wasn't a whole lot, like $1,000. I think it was $1,200. And it didn't report to my credit. It reported my credit as paid as agreed. It didn't show up as a repossession or nothing. So I'm just telling you something to think about. See, all these things I don't tell you. All this, everything we teach is everything we teach is from our experience, and we go to our attorney and say, okay, great. If we do this, does this still work? Then he'll give us a letter of an opinion letter. But you got to stay within the box. All right, so the next thing is this. So this is the reason why I like division. It builds a line of defense. You can build more credit no matter what. Also, on top of that, as you go on, one thing I tell you again, 2 things. Real estate is going to make your income, make your personal loans will make your income, and after that, franchise. Franchise happen, you want $2.5 million in business credit lines, wherever it is. You need $2.5 million. But real estate also will build your asset. See, asset. You loan $130,000, $140,000 on a property. You say, oh, I don't want to tie it up that long for 30 years doing 5, or 30 years doing 10, or 30 years doing 8. Well, you're dumb. You tell me where you're going to get. We're going to get even 10%, 8% now. You're not going to get that anywhere. You get a loan a higher rate if it happens to be worse on the loan, but get a loan of this. Where are you going to get that kind of return? That's why I'm saying also, if you have other loans in there that need to be sold and traded off because they charge you to hold it every month, move it to someone else who's kind of brand new in the business. You know how many stuff we moved between us? We moved last month. Last month is November. We moved in November. We moved 182 of these type of loans around to other new people in the business. That just started out. This is why a lot of people don't understand this. You start out today and your credit sucks. It doesn't matter because we move it over. The way we move it over, it won't get closed. End of story. And then you're not paying that every 2 months deal. All right, so cool. I also mentioned to you this about being a money connector. Your money connector is really, really important. Being a money collector is really, really important. Learn how to go ahead and use private money. I told you some of the guys, you guys can't say, oh, you can't make no money. You can make money with us. Use our money, make it. Also, another thing is this. I just asked you this. We want to repackage your whole life. That's all I want to do. I just want to repackage your whole life. Oops, excuse me. Your whole shut the front door life. Okay. I just want to do that. And just give us a call at 855-886-7355. 855-886-7355. Give us a call. All right. And here's another thing. Just want to repackage this. Give us 90 days. Give us 90 days. If you, and we'll interview, because everyone's not a fit for us. Some of you want to go ahead, well, I want to do that. And I do refer you to 3 great places. And all I tell you after that, they're not going to show you what the business are. They're going to call it stacking. They're still going to require you to go ahead and guess what? There's so many things they're going to require you to do is pathetic. But anyways, that's neither here or there. Or what the old saying, nevertheless. But give us 90 days. Have some, no guts, no glory. No guts, no glory. You know that. No guts, no glory. No guts, no glory. I think that's what he said, right? So, now.
2000. Define's a medieval motherfucker.
All right, so now. $90 days. That's all I asked for. All right, folks, it's time to go. All I want to do is say thank you, a zoom, 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 and a boom, boom, boom. All right. You guys are awesome. Have the great rest of the time. We'll see you Wednesday, this Wednesday, coming up in December, the last Wednesday of the year, and it's the last webinar of the year. And I'm going to have some great stuff for you at the very end. Not this one, but the next one on Wednesday. I'll have some great stuff for you that you can take advantage for going into next year. And on top of that, I will honor it for the whole month of January. After that, no mama's wait. All right? So what I want to let you know is that you're awesome. We love you, and be great. God bless y'all, and God bless America.
It's constantly fighting against you. It's the only thing in the history of the fucking world that shows up on time, every time. It has a tactical advantage over you. It knows your fears. It knows your insecurities. It knows everything about you. It might be the only thing in that world that knows all about you. You gotta know about it. It's gonna show up when you don't want to show up. It's gonna show up at the worst time possible when you want to be successful. It's gonna say, take the easy road. Take the easy way out. But to get to this light, you gotta go through all of this shit. So a lot of us know that. So everybody goes, how do you do that? You know exactly how to do that. It's all back down to a very primitive mindset of we just have to do. It's like breathing. Breathing becomes normal. Like we don't know that we're doing it. That's how you have to live your life. When that alarm clock goes off at 4 or 5 in the morning, your mind says no. You just say, this is what we do. It's what we do now. That's your new norm.
They're going to talk to you, and they're going to remind you. They're going to tell you that it's going to get colder. They're going to tell you that the evolution isn't going to end. They're going to tell you that you're too weak. They're going to tell you this isn't worth it. They're going to tell you that you're too big, you're too small, you're too short, you're too tall. They're going to tell you things to try and get you to quit. And they're lying to you. You're going to hear all kinds of negative stuff out there. You're going to hear it from other people. You're going to hear it in your own head. Don't listen to it. They're lying. Don't let that happen. You're in charge.
There's so many times in life you don't want to be doing what the fuck you're doing. You can't just fucking quit. And remember this, it's in the hobby, it's in the fucking joke, it's a fucking lifestyle. So what you say to yourself is important. There's no fucking coach, there's no trainer to keep you going, it's only you. Stay uncommon amongst uncommon people. You're never done. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Stay hard.
Every day, do something that moves you toward that goal, that keeps that goal alive and in sight and in focus. However small or insignificant that step might seem, take it, do it, make it happen, because that goal isn't going to achieve itself.
You think things are gonna just go your way? Well, they're not gonna just go your way. You gotta make them go your way. You think things are gonna just happen for you? Well, they're not just gonna happen for you. You gotta make them happen. Each Monday, go make things happen.